Hi, yoga teachers and wellness practitioners. It's Aneta Itchak here. How are you today? Hope you are doing well. Hope January has been a kind month to you. I know for many of us, this month has been a real challenge. I know for me, it has been. The changes in the weather have been really impacting my body. As a 50-year-old woman going through perimenopause, I've been really impacted by those changes in temperatures. Going from 10 degrees to -5, and my body has been really struggling with those changes, such quick changes. It takes a while for the body to adjust, especially as you are getting older. If you are new to this group, I want to say welcome. I'm really happy that you are here. I'm really happy to be connecting with you. I hope you are finding this group, our group, Trauma Informed Yoga Teachers Community, supportive. There is more stuff coming, more free resources, more trainings throughout the 2023. I hope you will find it useful, and I hope you will find it supportive in the way that you work for yourself, but also for your communities. I think ultimately it is about us being in a place where we can take care of ourselves. We can learn how to self-regulate. We feel supported. So it's not only just the inner resourcing, but also having support around us as we are supporting others from this more connected, regulated, stable, present, abundant space. So this is what I wish for you as we go through the year. And today I wanted to answer a question that I get asked quite a bit about our 80-hour trauma-informed yoga teacher training and mentoring course. We are starting today. I still have got 2 places left. If you want to join us, there is still time, and you can join us this afternoon at 1 p.m. UK, or you can join from next week, because all the calls are recorded. So if you happen to miss a training, you can watch the whole session in your own time. I would love those 2 places to be filled up, simply because I know that our world needs more trauma-informed yoga teachers. If I had it my way, I would get every single yoga teacher who's training to work with other people to be trained in trauma-informed approach. And our training obviously focuses not only on trauma and trauma-informed approach, but also on embodiment and somatics, learning practices like focusing, called also embodied listening, to really work with felt senses, to really work with parts, to really establish practices, somatic practices that really support the regulation of the nervous system, and allows us to work from a different place. But I often get a question about, so what is it exactly about this course that is different? And how exactly what will I get from the course? And I wanted today to share with you some of the feedback from past participants about what they loved about the course the most. And I've got a sheet, I want to read it out to you, because I think it really works, hearing from people in their own words, what they love the most about the course. So when I ask, what did you love and enjoy the most about the training, the words that came back were like, the Friday sessions reminded me we all in this together. And I also loved writing my course. So the sessions are on Friday afternoons, and the final assignment is to create your own trauma-informed course, to really bring it together, to integrate it, and run with it, share it properly, integrate this training, the trauma-informed and embodied somatic approach with your past training. Create something unique, create something that will support your clients and your community. This feedback about I loved the process of writing my course comes up again and again and again. I'm not teaching you to just teach what I taught you. I'm asking you to be creative. I'm asking you to own your expertise. I'm asking you to integrate your past experience, your past trainings, and really create something for your own community. And we all work with slightly different communities, really bringing what your community needs and make a bigger social impact. That's a big thing for me. The other big thing around doing it is that, you pay lots of money for your trainings. Those trainings need to pay for themselves. So you need to be able to not just learn lots of stuff and then kind of think, well, how do I bring it in? But really take that training and think, this is how I'm bringing it in. Not only that, it changed the language that I use and it changed my understanding and my awareness and how I teach, but really have something concrete, this real course that you create for your community, and that you can also deliver one-to-one. It gives you a structure, proper structure around it. So some of the other kind of feedback was, apart from the content, which I loved, I really enjoyed the sharing this experience with everyone, learning from other people's experiences and being with like-minded people. What I find is that this training creates a real wonderful community of people who come together. There is a sense of collaborations, sense of supporting each other, sense of connecting on a different level. And it creates a really wonderful community. Another feedback that I had was I thought the reading list was excellent and discovered several new finds that complemented my studies and more difficult experience of yoga. So the reading list is great. And, reading and knowledge is only one part of our learning. Also, Another feedback was this course and creating my own course made me realize how much my course, the one that I'm creating as a final assignment, is needed in my field. And the more I wrote, the more excited I was about it. And it allowed me to integrate and reflect on all my learning to date, not just this course, but also the other courses and trainings that I've done over the years. Another feedback was I felt I learned something each week that I reflected on and incorporated into my practice and into my work with other people, and particularly acknowledging that one of the root causes of trauma is not acknowledging and witnessing, and the healing comes from acknowledging, witnessing with compassion. Really great feedback. Another feedback was I really enjoyed focusing and understanding working with parts and felt senses, and it was helpful for me and supported some of my self-work. I could see how it interlinked with some of the other practices and work that I do. And I also loved writing my course, and it felt such a heartfelt offering. I could see an integration of lots of threads of my work, and it was such a beautiful process. I love that. Somebody else said, I loved the links between psychology and yoga and trauma. We covered Maslow's hierarchy of needs and how it relates to chakras. We covered the window of tolerance. We covered hyper arousal and hyperarousal, and how people's ability to cope changes. We also made some links with Carl Rogers' person-centered approach. There was so much that really supported my learning and my role, not only as a yoga teacher, but also as a counselor. Really great stuff, really great stuff. one of the feedback that I hear again and again and again, and I heard this time as well, that the way that the course is structured really supports self-practice, reflection, and learning in a non-judgmental way. And, you know, somebody else said that the course was a very transformative course for me. I was able to access some internal processes and better understand my connection with my own body. This way I can help my students too. And saying that Aneta was wonderful in the quality of the content, kindness and generosity. Thank you. And being able to hang out with everybody every Friday was wonderful. And, you know, they said that they hope they will keep in touch. This community that is created during the training is absolutely wonderful. I feel always so touched. I always feel like I learn so much from everybody. It is our joint, you know, shared experience, that collaboration and really coming together. And it is a healing course for many people because it allows us to really understand deeper certain things about how we are, what's been going on for us, what's been going for our students and our clients. You know, somebody else said, I have liked making the connection between my day job and the course content, particularly Maslow's hierarchy of needs, embodied leadership, and vicarious trauma. It has helped me in work discussions and also demonstrate to others in a different way about the off-the-mat elements of healing yoga. So really some great feedback that I was so grateful for. And in real terms, you can see how the course helps in our own healing journey. It helps in our work. If you are working in professions like social work, frontline work, any, you know, criminal justice, any mental health, it really helps to bring this mind-body connection more into our understanding with the training and the work that we do. And it also really helps with our yoga, because we know when people come into our classes, you know, I say that often, when people come to our classes, it's not like they leave outside in a bag all the stuff that happened to them. They come with all of it. And if they have experienced trauma or they have experienced traumatic events, those traumatic events are still impacting their physiology, their sense of self, their relationships, the choices that they make with others. They impact all of it. And so for me, you know, we all need to be aware. We need to understand how the nervous system works. We need to understand how nervous system and our inner processes impact our physiology. We need to understand and be able to see and observe and assess somebody's presentation. We need to have practices to support ourselves as well as practitioners, because burnout is so high in yoga teachers and wellness practitioners. The sense of so many, when I mentor yoga teachers and wellness practitioners, so many of us stay in this hyper-arousal and in a burnout cycle. Hyper-arousal, work, crash, go into hypo activation, and then recover a little bit, and then think, right, I'm self-employed, I have to work really hard, work, and then crash. This burnout cycle happens so often. And I also know lots of yoga teachers that don't teach anymore because the business model is unsustainable. And that's another thing that we can talk about. So here are some words from participants of the training. And I know from the feedback that this training is life-changing, that this training goes beyond, let's just learn about trauma, let's just learn about trauma-informed approach and yoga. into, well, how does it relate to me? What are the practices I need to practice myself to really understand it? And then it becomes embodied wisdom within me. Then it becomes how I am. And I am changed in the process. And then when I work with my clients, they are changed also because I approach it from a very different way, very different space. So I hope that makes sense. I hope that clarifies a little bit more about real tangible benefits of doing this practice and how it can change us as yoga teachers. I hear that all the time. It's like it should be covered in a standard 200-hour yoga teacher training. It's not, because yoga teacher training standard, yoga teacher training 200 hours or even 500 hours, it's really full on with focus on yoga practices. In this training, we bring the traditional yoga practices with, we cover chakras and koshas and gunas, stuff like that. But we also bring that Western approach, psychological approach, somatic approaches for real transformation for us as practitioners, for our students and our clients. So I wish you a really, really good day. If you have got any questions, reach out, book a free call with me. I hope you can join us for our 80-hour trauma-informed yoga teacher training and mentoring course. I wish you all the best. Take care of yourself, and I will be seeing you soon. Take care for now.